I was having once again. Let me kick my shit with Yana and friends. Goddamn, we got Yana Friday night. We she been out of action for a while. How you feeling, man? I know you say you weren't feeling good.
Yeah, I'm a lot better. I'm a
That's
lot better.
good. That's good. That allergy season out. That shit got me.
And what you say, it's getting ready to start getting me. I opened the window the other day because it was a little warm in here, and I forgot
Yeah.
about the pollen because pollen didn't start bothering me till I got older. And I might have cracked that door open, and my daggone throat got the itching. I was coughing, my face was itching. I could not figure out what it was. I'm like, it's the damn pollen.
That was my girl. My girl talking about pollen like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, what the fuck is it at? That shit be high when it's still cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it for real though. Cause I be my throat. Man, I got on the airplane again, man.
You over your fear now? You may as well.
Kind of fuck. I be like, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I've been talking shit all week to my dog. I like it. And my face shining for look like a nigga going to second grade and shit. Like this. Oh, I like the takeoff for some reason. But it's scary. I'm gonna tell you what I was doing the other day. I was looking around, I was thinking about 9/11 and shit. Like we're not being insensitive or anything. I just be thinking my post traumatic fucked up. But so I looked at the airplane, I'm like, damn. So if somebody go crazy, like the airplane gonna do some shit like this, and them little seatbelts ain't shit, bro.
No,
I'm just keep nice. They got them old ass seatbelts our granddaddy used to have in their cars on the airplanes.
they don't go across like
Man, what the fuck? But
yeah.
that shit dope. I mean, I've been the little traveling. I've been going to Miami since I was 14. But we ride, but it's stupid to drive anywhere.
If you can help it, yeah.
Yeah, if
Anything
you can.
longer than 4 hours, you know what? I even give you 6. Anything longer than 6 hours, you need to go on the fly.
Hey, when you did your graduation, I wanted to ask you about that. How did that? Did you graduate with the regular students? I mean, you did. I bet that shit. What did that feel like? Like
It was because
you didn't go to school on campus, did you?
I did everything online.
Okay.
So, and because of COVID, most of us at that point, all of us had finished online. They had started doing some classes on campus or whatever. So a lot of people that I graduated with, I knew them just through classes and groups and discussion questions and stuff, but I never met them in person. So it was a little different. And then a lot of them were younger than my son. And, my son was 27. So I was in class with a bunch of kids. There were some that, my age or whatever. But for the most part, you know what? I'm lying. I don't think anybody was my age. They may have been in their 30s.
So you older than everybody in it?
Pretty much.
That's crazy. That's cool as shit though too. I want to do some shit like that. I want to have cameras, of course. Follow me around. I want to live on campus. I want to go to Fort Valley.
Really?
Hell yeah, I want to live on campus and live that life. Because let me ask you something. Do you think it's possible for two people to meet in a discussion group and end up dating each other, and they stay in 2 different states? Can that happen?
Yeah,
it can. So it
don't matter how you make the connection.
No, right. So I'm saying, how does it go? Do people? Because I know you have the email and stuff like that. So do people actually exchange their real information with classmates?
Yeah, because we sort of kind of had to.
Oh, okay.
Because like we had group projects and stuff, so we really didn't have a choice. But what we would do is like set up a group for the group project. So like me and 4 other students were in a group. We would just have a separate group, and we would talk to each other through the group.
Hey, so men, y'all niggas, put y'all down on some more game. Everybody woman going to school now these days. Good job, women. I commend y'all to go back and get that. But hey, that's another avenue for the motherfucker to cheat, dog. My little sister just told me, I set you up for the question though. Because I just be want to know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I be want to know like stupid ass shit like that. But yeah, I want to go to the school and experience that. I'm talking about the whole thing from like being a freshman and the whole process, except for I do want to be in a frat. No, I don't. I want to go through a process of I want to see if I can go through that mental aspect, just on some tough shit, like cause
I feel like because I wanted to do undergrad, I wanted to do that too, but because I wasn't on campus, I couldn't. But
okay,
I think that because we're older and to be a pledge neo for somebody that's young enough to be our kid,
yeah,
I think it would be tough because I feel like that would be they would take that as an opportunity to try to chump us off.
right,
And I know me, I'd be like, look, little girl.
yeah, you ain't going.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it's dope if somebody can, if say if you tried it and you went through it, I think someone older can be an asset to these young ladies. Like,
Well, you know what? I know somebody who did it as they when they got older, but I think it just depends on who is running the line.
right,
So, some people might have respect for the older people because, they had that wisdom, they had that experience, and just the fact that, you in your 40s and you out here pledging with girls that's 19, 20, 21. So then
that
you
ain't
gonna
different from me. Like, I be recording music and stuff and doing my thing. I don't work with nobody in our age bracket. No, like I be the oldest player in the building all the time.
mm-hmm.
I wonder, do people look at me? Well, I know they do. I had girls that we went to school with get in my inbox and tell me I need to grow up. And bad mistake.
Well,
God,
first of all, they need to mind their damn business.
yes, and we being honest though, I'm gonna tell you about them fat ass ankles. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to talk about it. Not just bullshit.
But for real though, I mean, you only as old as you feel. And what people fail to realize is who you are, your online presence and your personal presence can always be two different things. Not saying that nobody putting on no front or nothing, but we
It,
we we are not people, we are not one dimensional. Everybody is multidimensional
I,
and we all got different aspects of our personality.
the one thing I like about this Facebook and stuff, especially now, the way things have opened up. I mean, I'm on a podcast now for years. I mean, I've had chicks from other cities that I got them to talk them into coming into town, and they tell me after I get them, they'd be like, I used to think you was just on some. I guess they were saying capping, that they weren't saying capping at the time
Right.
because it just looked too good. It looked. When I've been fucked up a couple of times. I was broke for 10 years. I went through it. I ain't never lied. But so what I'm saying is, this is me. So people like you, I'm telling Black people that know me. I ask Black. I say, is this the same? Am I the same person that I was? Like this ain't no. Mario said, you remember Mario Williams?
Mm-hmm.
He said that shit sound like. He said it just look like that, Pearl. He said, I said, damn, you're right. But this gives us a chance when I talk to people. Like, this is who I am. I've been this way. And I feel like I changed for the better as far as I don't be cussing folks out now. I just getting right. You watch me the last few years on here. I'll be acting a goddamn fool. But it's really who I am. It's not me trying to. If anything, I be seeing a lot of the young boys trying to do what a big player doing, if anything.
And they don't know what they're doing.
They don't know nothing about, you know what I'm saying? So that's just some little interesting. I think about the weirdest shit, but what it boiled down to, people really need to mind their business, unless get to my next. Why is it that? And I probably asked you this before, but why don't we support one another in the real way? Now, when it comes to, it could be your best friend, your sister, your grandmama, or your significant other, or your group of haters that you already had, but we're grown now. I want to know why we won't really support each other in a way to support. You need support from the people that's around you too.
Right.
What I've been getting lately is, but I get this from like B-list celebrities, not no B-list celebrities, because they be in their little feelings or whatever. They say, you just have to worry about the folks who. What the fuck are you talking about? I do worry about them, and they are buying my music, and they are streaming my videos and stuff like that. But you don't think there's anything wrong with the people that you in your circle? They don't fucking support you, but we watch people support other people. So it ain't no black thing. It's a large amount of us that we don't want to support each other. I know the crab in a barrel shit, but everybody ain't even on that. I think we get so comfortable with who each other are that's all we want.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we want from that person. People been looking at me like the way I was 10 years ago. Well, no, I say 15. I got some very close people to me that think I'm still that same person.
Because that's what they know.
That's what they know. But so that means that for the last 15 years, you haven't been paying attention. Are you really a friend? If you can't see the growth, I don't care if it's slow growth.
You know
It hurts me. I can't make me mad.
I'm gonna tell you like this because my husband went through the same thing. So basically, what happens is when people have this image of you, especially when it's an image that they can kick, they hold on to that shit because if they don't, they hold on to it because when they see your growth, they'll see that they didn't grow.
Oh
Or
shit!
if they holding on to they harboring some bullshit. If they don't acknowledge your growth, then that negates all the bullshit that they holding on to.
Yeah, but okay, and I'm sure it's about your husband. Your husband swagged up. I bet you he'll say the same thing. They were losing back then. They're gonna lose today. They're gonna lose. This is me. You're gonna lose because you're comparing yourself to me.
Right.
So you gonna I'm gonna make you feel like that every time because I expect for you to feel like, come on, man. Especially nigga from the east, nigga from the K, they ain't got no bit of hate on another nigga. Like we all of us like that. All of us.
Yeah.
So why is it that it's just weird to me?
Because what we fail to realize is we think because we've grown that other people grow too. And if you are the type of person that accepts people for who they are, then we don't care whether or not somebody else grows because even if we grow, because they'll eventually, if they're not supposed to be a part of our lives in any shape, form, or fashion, they'll weed themselves out. Versus somebody who doesn't grow when they're not growing, but they see your growth, now they feel some type of way because now you think you all that. I remember when that nigga was such and such back in the day. Why you remembering that? I remember that too, but I'm not that person no more. So why are we holding on?
But you remember when I used to be whamming out them $1,000 and shit when I was 14 years old? I was beating up on y'all niggas. And so I want people to be happy that I don't even talk like I did last year. Like for my son, that I used to be on, like it took for that. I'm a real nigga. It took for that to happen.
But I mean, it be like that though.
Yeah, and that shit whooped my ass. But when I'm growing, if you don't acknowledge that, but you acknowledge all that other shit, and then that's what I'm saying. Like you say, people trying to hold on to the back with how many days? Come on, man. Y'all ain't ready to pee on y'allself, man. Come on, bro. Why would you want to think about the past? Or even if you thought you was a more supreme nigga than me, what happens today is socially you don't exist, and then you realize, yeah, that nigga Pearl nigga. No, nigga, you don't know what I was going through. God damn it, I ain't had no clean clothes sometimes. I had to come to school. It was certain things that I was dealing with that I should have beat a lot of y'all niggas ass. I wish I would have. Like, and I'm not being negative, and then I just wish I would have gave them niggas the issue. Because when they thinking it was one thing or another, in particular, that one cat I'm still looking for. I'm still looking for the girl in the 4th grade that beat me up. She beat me up at Humphreys Elementary School in the coat rack. She was like me and shit. I was like, yeah, she put them things on. She hurt my looking for you.
See, that's the thing.
I want to see you. What you doing? I'm just playing.
You so silly. When people,
but that's what they get. We went to high school with though. Every day we go in the Coach Howard PE class. I used to try to be an athlete, so all I want to do. I asked, man, this nigga used to test me every morning. He used to run around with Ken Rowe. Them. You remember we were getting into it with them?
Yeah.
One of them little, and I'm like, boy. Then after high school and stuff, I caught him on goddamn County Road. I went into the Amoco and shit. I said, well, I'll still do. Okay. I said, I'll still do. When I come out of Amoco, I finna goddamn, but I seen that. You should have seen that nigga hop in that truck, tearing up County Road, right there by Mr. Waters. Yeah, I'm ignorant still. But now we talked about hate and hatred, and that's what it feel like. It feel like high school. Did you get any of that when you got married? Did you get any?
Not that I know of. Most of the people who know me, they were I don't think I got a lot of hate. Not like I thought I would have.
They were happy for you.
Yeah.
I
And
know
I
I
think a
was.
lot of it is because a lot of the people that I'm friends with now, I've been friends with for a minute. So they've seen the things that I've gone through with, with previous relationships or just trying to date or just up to me getting this to this point. Even
They
some of the
happy.
stuff that he and I went through in the, early stages of our relationship. And to see that, and they have seen both of us evolve and grow.
That's beautiful. That's
So
beautiful.
I got a lot of people were very happy for me. I mean, I had a friend inbox me one day, and me and her fell out. We fell out in 2018 because me and my husband was going through some stuff we went through some stuff at the time, and she was my girl, so I was talking to her about it.
She knew what you was going through.
But you threw that shit back up in my face.
Oh no.
So we fell out. And when I say we fell, because Sim will tell you about me, I'm gonna give you a couple of chances to get your shit right. And when I'm tired, I'm tired. I don't say nothing. I don't give you no explanation.
That's a deal breaker.
I'm out. We ain't gonna talk about it. So we fell out we didn't talk again for a good 2 years,
Wow.
I think. And she we had some mutual friends, and she was telling them I was jealous of her and I was miserable and all this
So
different
she
kind of
took it
stuff.
further than it needed to go.
Right. And I'm just like, no, it ain't even about that. I really ain't checking for her like that. It don't matter. She's irrelevant to me. And a few weeks ago, she inboxed me. She was like, this has been on my mind. She said, I have seen the growth. And she was saying she saw the growth in him. She said, before I could see that he was, what did she say? She said he was happy to be your man, but now I see that damn, I'm gonna have to look in the inbox and see what she said. But whatever it
He's
was,
proud. That's what I get.
that's what she said. She
He's
said, but now
proud.
I see that he's proud to be with you.
I don't even know that man. I'm happy for that man because I know what type of woman he got, but I know what he had to go. I can imagine some of the things that y'all had to go through, but I know you, and I'm sure. But it's worth it. When you go, that's what I was going to ask you. So you say y'all went through some things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find now that helped strengthen y'all to help get y'all to the point y'all at today?
Absolutely, absolutely, because up to that point, everything had been champagne and roses, and
Yeah.
but
Do
when
you
we,
feel like, I don't mean to cut you off, like, I remember when I was going through that, like champagne, I was just waiting, like, okay, now this shit too good, God. Like, what's going on? Like, and when I asked for it, boy, did I get it. That shit, woo-wee. It
well,
was,
see, for me, I went through that in other relationships, but I didn't go through that with him. And
he
I think
wasn't
it's
even
mainly
anticipating.
because we were friends first. Because we went to elementary school together up till fifth grade.
Hey, now
And
tell me about that. What
okay,
was y'all, what do you have any memories of just encounters with him?
very few,
Okay.
very few. But we were in elementary school together up till fifth grade, and then I left and went to Fernbank, and we didn't see each other again until he joined Facebook in 2010 or 11.
Wow. That was a long time.
Yeah, and he inboxed me. We were just conversing back and forth, and every time he inboxed me, it was like late at damn night. So I'm like, I ain't finna leave my house this time of night or none of that type of stuff. So he inboxed me in 2014 and asked if we could meet for a drink, and I was seeing somebody at the time. And he was like, okay, cool, and he left it alone. And then in 2016, he decided to shoot his shot, and the dude I was dating before him had just ghosted my ass. He just got missing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he didn't tell me nothing.
Did he ever come back?
He tried 2, 3 months later. I'm like, oh no, sir. Oh no, sir. So
Damn.
dude had ghosted me, and me and my friend had met up to go see Alvin Ailey with her daughter. And Derek inboxed me and was like, so, he was asking me why I was by myself or whatnot, and asked me out for a drink. And I was like, you know what, we can do that. And we've been inseparable ever since.
Time and everything.
Yeah, it is.
And
And
he not that boy, that young man sat around, and that's beautiful because that's how God be working. And
oh yeah,
hey, I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. Y'all inspired me. I say I don't know what's gonna happen, God, and I hope the situation I'm in I'm praying. I think, but we got to come up with a motherfucking dance routine that got it. We got it. Top Derek and goddamn Yana. Y'all did that shit, man. And I like the way I don't know who the older lady was who he got, and like, bro, player, man. He, when he got that might have been his mom or I don't know who it was. But when he got the lady, he started dancing with her, and it was a beautiful wedding. And I don't even think it was. It looked like y'all had a big wedding, Yana, but it wasn't that big.
Because the spot was small and intimate, it made it look like, because we had a total of 80 people, I think.
That's dope.
But because the spot was so small and intimate, it made it look like it was a lot more people there.
Right. I've been to a lot of weddings, so I can tell that. Those are the best things. Some of the best times I ever had was every time we leave a wedding, well, I know me, every time I leave a wedding, I'd be like, man, I'm gonna get married. That shit be so dope. Like
it's like, I think when you see people getting married, and especially for me, is to see you expect the bride to cry, but when you see the groom cry when the bride walks out, it just do something to you.
It ain't nothing like having that it ain't nothing like having that when
yeah,
like when I mean, it's a hard, and I've been speaking about this lately. Like I'm coming out more. Let me just say this, because I know you all my people I went to school with probably thought I was crazy. A lot of time when I was doing a lot of that stuff, first of all, when I'm aggressive and I'm talking crazy, I do that to get the bullshit women. They know not to come playing with me. Like, now, I've had a couple of young ladies that were smart enough to say, you know what, I just want to get to know you. That pearl stuff, they were smart because God was working with me, but I was on a mission to get that monetization. I'm created pearl to. I knew I was gonna sell my personality. Thank you, God. It slowly but surely it's coming along, and I know people weren't gonna be with that, but I'm like, I don't give a damn. I've been a celebrity all my life. That's how I feel. When I walk into elementary school, everybody looking at me. They used to call me Papa back then. Papa, what's up? Hey. When I got to high school, pearl. I always felt like that in the trap, all that shit. So I don't care, because believe it or not, you'll be surprised. Like, I be getting like shit. Folk be like, it's crazy. Even ones I used to try to take out for coffee or something. Every time I tell somebody that, they throw them off and shit. I want to experience things in my life. People say I'm capping shit, but shit on them though, because they out the way. But man, I'm proud of you, and I wish y'all the best. That's another thing I want to say. People, I know motherfuckers that it's like it's like robots playing the game. Okay, you meet somebody, y'all date, y'all go to Cancun, y'all come back, y'all get married, y'all have a big wedding, y'all go together for 2 or 3 days. You got a work boyfriend, he got a work girl, boom, 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 maybe a couple of kids, not boom, boom, boom. Then now it's time to get a divorce by after 7 or 8 years. It's a pattern. People get married just to get a divorce and shit, and
because people don't do it right. We don't do it right from the beginning. Is what I mean. That's what happened to me the first time. When by the time I married this nigga, I knew I didn't have no business marrying him. And I literally, after we got married, I called one of my friends and I was like, "Bitch, I done fucked up." I did. I knew. My bad. Me to make
they cool. Cause I made that decision. I'm telling you.
I knew that same day. I was like, girl, I done fucked up.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do it, y'all. I almost played myself. I'm talking about she bought her partner, they went about the dresses and they did all that shit. But you know what? The cab counter wanted me. That was my excuse. I said, shit, I ain't Tupac say he ain't going back to court and I ain't going back either. So that was my excuse, but hold on, I'm coming. And I'm talking about she had done went to this motherfucker done went down the side of the cab and picked out the tubs and yeah, set the date up. Like me and my partner them had to go. Like she wrote everything down. Like who gonna be in it. I just didn't want to argue those nights, and it kept. We supposed got married in April, and it closely got to April, and we had a bad argument. And that was my way out. Shout out, I'm sorry if you looking at this goddamn. I know that I wasn't gonna marry. I know when it was some things. Now I'm gonna tell you, and it's funny. Black was talking about it the other night too. A woman could do one thing to a man. It could be something small. Me and this chick, we had got into it. I say some awful things. At this point, I had just got shot, 21, so I'm about 22 years old. 6 years ago, I was walking them halls with you and everybody else, so I was still fucked up. And so I used to say awful things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, but anyway, my aunt had just passed away. My aunt, you probably don't remember, but that was like my baby, man. She was like my second mom. I couldn't do no wrong. Auntie Burns stayed in Eastwood, apartment 20. Like, oh man. But anyway, that was my baby. So we were down bad, staying in the hotel and shit. My daughter had just been born, and she says, "I'm like, big, and she said, "You're such and such auntie." Oh man. If I would have got back in that room, you know what I'm saying, I would have got in trouble and shit. And she didn't mean it, you know what I'm saying? But you said it. And I knew right there in that moment, just that, off of that. Might be childish, it might sound, hey, I know I'm gonna get a couple of inboxes about this. I was 23 years old, I just said that. They still gonna, I don't give a fuck though, because something like that, I wouldn't, as terrible of a person that as I'm supposed to be, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't do that because so they let me know that this person is not going to have
push your buttons.
Huh?
She knew how to push your buttons.
She knew how to push my buttons right out. I had just listen. I said this is probably where the post-traumatic stress came from. I had just got shot, Ayana. It didn't take nothing to get. I was really going through like, yo, I can't believe I'm here. God got me here, but babe, let me tell you something. I went through it. Cause I mean, to the point to where I couldn't sleep at night, to where I would have to, like, no cap. I could talk about it. I never talked about this. I never told nobody this. My son, mom know about this. Shaq, sure, his mom know about this. But I used to. This is before I got shot. But after I got shot, I had stopped. I started back. Talk about a couple of things. I used to stare at the fucking bedroom door all fucking night. I couldn't even. I'm talking about sober. If I'm drunk and shit, I'm going to sleep. But if I'm sober, I can't. That weed had me high, I get paranoid. Now I got all these guns, grenades, and every goddamn thing. Cause I'm gonna kill the whole building. Gonna be fucked up. But that shit really fucked me up. And I'm gonna take it back to high school. You probably don't remember. I used to stutter. I used to stutter certain parts of the year. That shit was really weird. For some reason, I don't even fucking know because this me. Come on, y'all know I got the gift of gab. Can nobody talk better than me?
Right.
I don't know what the hell was going on. Teacher want me to read or something at a certain time. Now, when I'm feeling good, I'm confident and shit, I'm reading like Martin Luther King up there, showing out. But then at times I just couldn't get it, and I used to stutter, and I never did understand why. But I think it stemmed from the things that happened to me when I was a kid. When I was 3 years,
I was about to ask you if you think that's where that came from.
When I was 3 years old, let me tell you what happened to me. I got molested when I was 3 years old. I saw a man. I witnessed somebody who had just got their head. A man got shot in the head. I just saw that blood. I remember that stayed with me for a long time. And in East Lake Meadows, my uncle's friends, my uncle's in the military, they broke in our house. That shit skipped with stocking caps on and all this old shit. Spent okay, when people burglarize and they in and out. They were back then when they're coming to your house while you in there in my grandma's apartment, and they held us hostage and they raped my aunt, the same one who I told you that just passed away. All this happened at 3 years old. I remember that shit real good. So that happened to me at 3.
And that's what I was about to ask you. If you think back, did your stutter when you started stuttering? Was it around that same time of year that happened?
No, that happened. I didn't start stuttering until years later.
Right. But what I'm saying is, you said certain times a year you would
Yeah,
start.
no, it didn't. It didn't.
So
It
was
didn't.
it like
It
it
didn't.
was?
It didn't affect me as because I think I really didn't understand. I just know I used to be a scary little boy. I used to be scary. I had reason to be. It was a lot of fucked up shit going on where I
Which is
lived.
what
At.
made you mean which ended up making you mean in the long run.
Yeah, that shit made me. Well, what I mean, I was.
When I say mean, I ain't gonna say mean, but it put you in a position where you didn't take no shit
I didn't play
from
with
nobody. Like
Yeah.
it was just like, oh, you got something to say, wham. That's
my temper was. Yeah, my temper was, and that was the reason why. So a lot of people didn't like me. A lot of people didn't understand me, and they took my arrogance or whatever as that was a defense mechanism. Man, I went my childhood. And my mom did the best. My mom's so fucking dope. I was so proud of my mom because she put on real clothes when she went to work. That's how I know my mom made it. We was upper middle class, man. My mom did her thing. She started from the bottom and she really did that shit them rappers be talking about.
Right.
I watched my mama do that shit. So, but by that time, I'm 10, 11, 12. I'm a teenager. She ain't got the tools she need. My daddy did nothing wrong. I'm gonna tell you why. If you really couldn't do the both back then at that time, my dad a very successful man right now. He wouldn't have been if he didn't do he went to the military, then he went to college for 8 years. They got a law degree, all that. People wouldn't think that my father, I don't know. I get mixed, you know how people view me. I really do. I used to say I don't care. I really do care, especially now. I don't want people to think I'm an ignorant ass nigga. I'm telling you, it was a defense mechanism for the things that I was dealing with inside. And that's why I've been preaching about post-traumatic stress because it's important that we I'm saying, bro, if you think you got some shit going on in your head or whatever, ain't nothing wrong with going to just go check it out. Go to the ain't nobody fuck what folk think. This your life, dog.
Period. And ain't nothing more important than your mental health because your mental health shows up in every aspect of your life. And it'll affect it affects relationships, both platonic and romantic relationships. It affects relationships with your family. It affects your work. It affects you as a whole. So your mental health is important, and the Black community has to get out of that whole that stigma that's attached to getting therapy. That's number one, and number two, not wanting people to be in your business. Them people don't give a damn about your business. They're trying to help you. And I think
they really,
not wanting to put people in our business is the biggest issue. Because I remember my sister kept telling me that I needed to go to therapy. And she started going.
Oh, so she had already went.
Yeah, she started going in 2014 or 15. My grandma died in April. Then my daddy's oldest sister died that same year in September.
Damn.
My sister was buying a house. She had all this stuff going on and she just lost it. So she started going to therapy. And years later, I needed to go. And I was afraid to go because I was like, I don't know what's going to come out. I wasn't really concerned about being seen as crazy and no shit like that. I was just like, I don't know how this therapy gonna go. I don't know how this shit gonna come out. Right. So I started going because me and my ex-husband was having issues and his stupid ass wouldn't go to counseling. So the counselor was like, well, you could come and do marriage counseling by yourself. So when I went and I talked to her and was telling her the things that was going on, she was just like, you're not the problem. She's like, you're fine. And once I realized that it wasn't me, I stopped going. So years after that, I still had other stuff that was going on with me and I couldn't figure out what it was. And my sister kept saying, Yana, go to therapy. You just need to go talk to somebody. I said, no, I'm afraid to go to therapy because I'm afraid to face my demons. Baby, now my sister 8 years younger than me.
That's what I'm about to say.
Let me tell you what sis said to me. She said that they might not be your demons that you facing. And I was like,
well, that's some heavy shit.
Yeah, she was like, they might not even be your demons. And
shit.
Because in real life with certain
I pay attention to that shit. Like, I hope she ain't too far. Oh, this is why I be beating her phone down and shit. I gotta have on here. She just said some real shit. The demons that we think we be dealing with, they ain't even yours. And you know what? I believe that. I'm gonna tell you why. I was around toxic, not even like someone who had been through a lot of shit,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't deal with it. Hey, man, I'm on some new shit now. I can't even blame that person. Circumstance a bitch out here, and we all have to.
Yeah.
And that person's still here making it happen. So goddamn, I commend this person too. But man, listen, the main motherfucker talking about demons, and I was having a conversation earlier about how church people do. Another subject, but these demons are, but my God is gonna make sure I hate when people say that. Like, what is he just your God? Or is it all our God? Like what's going on with that? You make me feel like I don't know if the God that you're talking about, I want to be in a part of that. Because the God I know, he serve all us, no matter what.
Right.
You're trying to make it seem like because you have a problem with, and all it is I ain't put my pole in you right now. So I'm not God worthy because of what I'm doing with my, I don't know. So we tend to run there every time we like when shit going good. Nobody really talking about God, but no, I take that back. Talking about a certain group of people.
Right.
He use it when it's convenient. Ain't no different from the niggas that go to jail and be Muslim and shit because they scared. Somebody go beat them up or something. So anyway, long story short, I'm not getting this shit a whole bunch of light. The moment I got away from that person, oh shit, it wasn't no demons. It wasn't nothing even mimicking that shit. But every time I end up on the phone with this motherfucker or anything,
you feel heavy.
It sucked. It just started to suck. And I knew right then, and I said, you know what? You have a nice day.
Yeah. And
the motherfucker call you back. So I had to get vigilant. Motherfucker said, who the fuck you talking to, huh? I had to get crazy. Because I mean it when I said it. Had me thinking something wrong with me.
And it was
all the issues that I had before, things that I told people, they used it against me. People that I trust, though. That ain't gonna stop me from trusting. I want to trust. That's what God meant. I'm the type of nigga that want to give people a chance. Because at first I want to be a cold person. I'm gonna tell you something. The worst thing I ever did, I was broke for 10 years, but the 10 years before that, I was having a life. Shit was so good, but I was the loneliest person in the world.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, I ain't like living like that. I'd rather be broke and just give myself to people. But when I was doing that, now your status done flipped. And now they think I fought. I whooped so many young niggas during the time I was broke and shit. Because, and I'd be mad. I still, man, come on, man. I'm 50 years old now. I'm 51. Look, hey, I ain't scared to say it. I used to be, I'm 35, man. Fuck that. I'm 51. I'm proud. Still here. Yeah, fucked up still. Like, my drip ain't never, like, that's who I am. So they get mad about some shit like, still like, or still, when I say I'm fucked up to my standard. Y'all niggas selling dope. I buy all that shit and flushing down the toilet. Look, boy, get out of here. And I'm fucked up right now. Y'all ain't doing that. Yeah, I'm saying. So, negative people, and they easy for me to spot right now. I ain't negative. I ain't the one. Matter of fact, if you got a problem with me, something wrong with your motherfucking ass. Because I never had a problem with another real person. And the person, I ain't pointing at you, young.
Oh no.
You my sister. Y'all heard her. She said, oh no. She weird, don't even give a fuck. I know you ain't pointing at me. You know what I'm saying? And we It's niggas that want to act like that, sir. That's like it's niggas that won't even be that real. But what I'm saying is real people like we attract each other, but we always try to. But what I noticed is like in these different groups, I always been offset. Me and Julius in the cutting shit, people they get into it, they come to us and shit. I've been calling shit, I've been sitting in the blitz. So I was a little boy. But they get in their little groups. And the one that people look up to the most all the time, fuck, they call me at 2, 3 in the morning. 4, 5 in the morning. Hey man, what I'm supposed to do? This and that. They call, so the people that the masses look up to, they fuck with these little peanuts don't even know. Nigga might fuck around and just disrespect, like, well, you don't cost your whole family about some shit you don't know, but you look up to this clown.
Yeah.
Shit so weird out here.
Because people do things based on appearances. They just what they see.
No. That's why I got my shit back together. So I used to walk around in work uniform, shit, crawling. No, I put my shit back on. What's the issue now? Oh, you old. I'm fly you. Why your old lady ask me what I got on every time I what kind of clown that is? Had to start beating them niggas up. I ain't lying, they know I ain't lying. And I'm not bragging or none of that. I'm not being y'all don't. She just said some fly shit. This is a smart podcast. I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm trying to let my young brothers know that don't get played off the street. Don't, all these situations I be talking about in that bullshit is extra chance that God gave me. And I didn't get played off the street because I could have easily got played off the street. We can't let, because real people, you real people. You could be a goddamn a little white 17-year-old boy who about to be 18. Real people come in all shapes, form, size, colors. Real nigga. It don't mean about no black. It's a term of endearment to me. I switch it up. So, like real people, I fuck with real people, but fake people, I never had a problem with it. That boy, I'm talking about in first period. It's be high here first period every morning. I want to say it ain't so bad, but I don't want to do that, cause my PTSD got me fucked. I be thinking about I really want home too. And Natasha I'm just playing, but see, I want home. Cause why I whoop, we had it. And what's sad about that is Ken Rowe, man, God bless him, he was a friend of mine. And the only reason why we was at it, he was just taking up. He was taking up for some dudes that wouldn't even help him when he was in a bad situation. And I saw that, and I was a part of it, and it hurt me. And I told him, "Man, you saw that fire, so you need to be like, well, come over here with us." That's what I told him. Yo, cause them boys watch him. They watched him.
Mm-hmm.
Like take it, get it pretty bad. And so that little dude, so after that, we get back to school. I'm in the library. These niggas walking around in the circle. I'm sitting down. I'm like, what y'all niggas running a mile or something? What y'all gonna do? I kill one of y'all. I got an extra 10 days for saying that. I do. Yeah, but they didn't know what I had. I just told you what I went through when I was 3.
Right.
Or I might not have had no clean clothes, or I had bad situations. It was because of me. See, for 4 months, sleeping in apartments and shit. My mama kicked me out. You ain't feeling. My mama don't play that shit. You ain't follow the rules, man. Go ahead then. I love that lady because so I wasn't gonna play with no nigga at school. Nigga, I ain't 8, nigga. I'm hungry.
Right.
Some people playing with me, nigga, old good boy ass nigga.
And that's the thing, like people fuck with folks, and you don't know what people going through or nothing like that.
I was the most strapped nigga in the Cab County history. They used to try to nigga tell them and everything. They come coach out class to get me shit. I would have bunt one of them niggas before bunting was in style. And it was all because of what I did not care, baby. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not care. And see, when me and Julius started getting out there and stuff, he knew what happened to me. We getting ready to get from them men dead, all of them. And the one that was married to my mom, who used to beat up my mom, nigga called him in the meadows and beat him real bad. He used to call my house, man, I'm like, hell no, you can't speak to nobody. Puss ass nigga, I'm gonna kill you. My mom said, you better stop that. Let me know my mama beautiful. That means to beat the shit out of my mom. So yeah, he was handicapped. He had to learn how to do again. He had to learn how to not like. He asked, man, I speak a net, and I say, hell no, I'm gonna kill your mama, bitch. Cause I told you don't hit my mama no more. I told him that I was in the 4th grade. That's the last time my mama took it. And what I'm saying, I ought to say, his brothers fucking did that bullshit to me when I was 3 years old. I ain't never did no shit to no kid or never no none of that shit. But that's why I always, if you remember something about me, I always befriended an underdog type of person, a quiet person. You was a quiet girl. Mm-hmm. You was quiet, Ayana. You didn't want no smoke. Now I knew you was mean. You remind me of my cousin Aisha. I want her to come on tonight with us. You remind me of Aisha. Aisha, when your birthday is?
August 28th.
Okay, what you are? Virgo. Okay. Isha, Scorpio. But y'all, you remind me of her since day one. But you was my little sister off the bat. Because then I went them a 4'11". What the fuck I was gonna do? Kill somebody. I wouldn't go further than anybody else. Cause I was hurting though a lot. I was really hurting.
And that's the thing, and I have to try to make people when I talk to people about how young Black men are and how they don't have any respect for life, And I'm like, if y'all would sit instead of condemning these young men and sit and take the time to talk to them, you'll know that first of all, hurt people. And because boys and men don't want to talk about being sexually assaulted, we'll never know that that's what is going on with them. Like, people are not out here just shooting up folk and killing
Would you have
babies.
guessed that about me? I mean, would you have guessed that happened to me?
Say that again.
Would you have guessed something like that happened to me?
Mm-mm.
There's no. I had to put on I had to put on and I'm gonna tell you. So I don't know. Do you remember that white boy named Keith? Big fat white boy named Keith had red hair.
Mm-mm.
He was kind of okay. I know you was there. It was during like the day before the last day or something, but everybody was out in the parking lot, the gym parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
and it was already plotted. Me and Julius the only one got in trouble, but it was told Mr. Smith that I didn't want to plot it, but I know who plotted. Keith had said some nigga shit or something,
Okay.
and I told him, I said, man, don't go outside whatever you got to do not come out there. Now, this is me. I'm gonna leave. Like, they came and told me and Julius what happened, and they said what they were gonna do. Cause some folks used to come to us to see if they could do it, and we be like, yeah, we went out there. I act like I got some licks in and shit. I tell y'all right now, Ghetto E, Julius gone shit. I wasn't hitting them. I had empathy for folk, man. I used to, like, motherfucker been on did something and I be goddamn wailing on the motherfucker. I used to feel bad. I done shit to folk that did shit to me. It really, and I think that had something to do with. But I know if I would have found that dude and his other brother, I was gonna do it. Because I done it. I've for a lot worse, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that shit was gonna, because it affected my life, man. When something happened to my grandson about 3-4 years ago, where we potentially something could have happened, something, it was, thank God, it triggered it. And now I'm already going through something at work. I'm a corporate nigga now. And I learned that the corporate business, I'm a black man in corporate now. I'm a street nigga in corporate. It's a whole different. I ain't even tough enough to do. First of all, I told them they do shit in the corporate buildings that I said, man, if you was on the street, you'd been dead goddamn 6 months ago, the way they play. I said, I thought the street was fucked up. I said, you mean to tell me I left the streets for this shit?
Oh yeah, it's just legalized hustle. That's all.
Yeah. And
America is trash. It's basically legalized dope game. That's all it is.
Yeah, and they portray this. And people, I don't want y'all to think I'm anti-American or no fuck shit like that. I'm full-blooded American, but I'm sick of this bullshit. And what I'm saying is, we portray to be this great big country that's why them folk be looking from other places, and they don't like dishonesty. They think what they see in the White House and all that shit, they think that about all of us. We victims just like y'all motherfucking victims, the way y'all get victimized. But what I want to say is, for us to be this great country, our country allow these big businesses, like the company I work for, these big companies, everyday companies, the way they treat their employees. And what they do is, you need that money. You got to take care. They get in your business. They want to know, well, you got it. So I did, the one thing I did, 12 years, I've been working a job. Goddamn, a real job. Discipline, thank you. I took pleasure in letting them motherfuckers know not now paycheck mattered to me one way or another, even when they did. You motherfucker. But especially when the shit got good, I used to let them know. I had a school teacher. She, you ain't gonna make it. I used to love wailing that money. I mean, you broke as fuck, man. I got a whole bunch of money right here. This ain't mine. I'm working for a nigga. This is, but I'm gonna take this. Plies around, been doing it, and this mine, what I earned. This what I took last night. I had 4 pounds. We wearing them Guess jeans. I used to like whamming on them teachers and shit. Now, some folks say, "Oh, he, no." Goddamn teacher telling me I ain't gonna be shit. These people telling me I ain't gonna be shit. These people telling me I ain't gonna be shit. Out the gate, so much. I didn't complain to nobody about it. I ain't go cry. I ain't tell my mama them. I ain't tell my mama them what happened to me when I was 40-some years old.
Wow.
So when a motherfucker got to say about me and this and that, you don't fucking know. I should have broken your house. I should have. So I was all that shit. I was going, not you, baby. You know, I'm just saying the people
I know
that
what you mean. I got
because I got people that look at me now that they only you don't even you know what. But guess what? See, I don't even want to do that. Cause God tell me because I ain't even when I was fucked up, I was straight. I'm humble, dog, and but I ain't finna goddamn I'm gonna acknowledge the real folks. And if you're a fuck nigga or a fuck female or a fuck dog or fuck flea or whatever, if you don't get from around me, I'm gonna expose your ass. Point blank, period. But I love real people. I love real. I tell these folks, no, I get on your nerve. Don't tell the truth. They need to call me again about their podcast. I really enjoy this having a conversation with another real person. I ain't know how God gonna do it for my son used to have these types of conversations where I can be real. I can be I God doing things for me in a way. I really enjoy this because
you know what, and me too. And I'm gonna tell you this too. The last time we did this 2 weeks ago, my husband just got home, and that was the first time we did it. He went as soon as I signed on, he went to bed.
Right.
Because he had to be at work at 3 the next morning.
Woo!
So
yeah,
when we did it, he in the bed right now because he got to be at work at 3. So when we did the last one, he was in the kitchen and he was warming up his food and rolling his joint, getting himself together.
Right.
And he was listening, and he was just like, "I am enjoying this." He said, "I hate that I got to go to bed."
Yeah, she be saying that too. That's cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Because he was enjoying it, and I said all that to say the realness that you enjoy, that's what make me and him click. Because I talk shit. Like I said, I listen to my trap music, then I might turn around and turn on some classical. We just we can be ourselves. I ain't never believed in being fake. For what? Right. Who am I? I ain't trying to impress nobody. Either you gonna like me or you ain't. Because either I'm gonna like you or I'm not. I don't care what you do, what you say, what you wear, where you live, what kind of car you drive. Either I like you or I don't. There's no in between. I'm not going to pretend like I like you when I don't. If I don't, and if me and somebody don't click from the jump, I don't try to force it.
No, you can't.
On an as-needed basis.
Yeah, you can't. And like I'll say by myself, if a person can't get along with you, see what we don't see the value in people
right
anymore. We so self-absorbed, man. Listen, man. Because when you have it, that's why I'm thankful. I thank you, God, every day. I thank God for those 28 years. I got it. My son fulfilled his life, Ayana. I accept that. He did everything he wanted to do. But God let me spend 28 years with him, and I got a chance to have 28 years that a lot of people ain't gonna. So in return for God needing my son, I still have. That's a piece of him that I'm never the realest nigga I ever rolled with. He believed everything I told him, and he was gonna do it. He was gonna do it for me, just like I know. Like so, and when I say that, people don't think it's negative. I'm talking about anything. I was out of work for five months. My job didn't want to pay me. They thought I was when I was going through the shit I was going through. Yeah, just treated bad, slammed. I could have went out like Brian Nichols and shit. I had to. That's why when folk to me talking about it ain't no God and stuff like this, man. Listen, man, something wrong with you, man. I ain't gonna knock you and try to push you towards it. God bless you. I ain't gonna stress you, but I promise you, it's gotta be.
And the thing is, and I think a lot of times when people say stuff like that, is I don't know if they're thinking that it's the name that don't exist, that the entity does not exist, or whatever the case may be. The way I see it, I don't care what you call them, but you got to give somebody credit for some, because we all have been through some shit that should have killed us. Even if you look at stuff as simple as the miracle of life, how two microscopic ass cells come together and join to end up being a human.
Amazing.
Let me tell you, when I had my son, and when the doctor laid him on my chest, I cried because I looked at him and I was like, I don't see how nobody can say there is no God.
Right.
Because
that's an indescribable feeling, man.
It is. Because again, you talking about two microscopic cells you can't even see without a microscope coming together and splitting continuously until they form a human. Come on now.
I want to share something with you, and I know I might get in trouble for this, but I'm gonna be the realest person. We're gonna have the realest podcast there, right? You'll hear me say Shirley's name a lot. That's Shaquille's mom. My first. I called her this morning and I talked to her. So a while, a couple of months back, I told her when I was trying to make her feel good. I said, "Shit, when Rory get 5, Shaq's son said we might well, goddamn, make another one. Goddamn." She laughed. It made her happy. The other night, she gonna see it on. Goddamn, babe, I'm sorry. Hey man, listen, this shit real. I dreamed me and Shaq mama. I had a big old goddamn wham. I called and told her this morning. She laughed like a motherfucker. But I'm saying that to say that I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just saying that happened, and I told her, and it was funny, But Sunday is Shaquille's birthday, and this gonna be the first year. We don't know how we gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just let her know that well, I did have that dream, and she kicked it back like, nigga, you couldn't handle it then, you can't handle it now. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that shit was kind of cool though, because she has his son. She got my grandson. So I'm like, I have to imagine the added pain. She have the boy look just like he's now Rory getting smart. He talking to he's I got on the FaceTime the other day for a day. He says my daddy's in heaven, and I was like, oh God, I ain't ready for this.
Right.
I can't. And that's a little bit old baby, but I don't know. I just lost what I had a good point to say about that. So I don't want y'all to Shirley, don't you think? And Mama, goddamn, I had a point, but I get to thinking about Shaq, and y'all know. But I want to talk to you about. Let me just get somewhere on this. Yeah, Ayana, did you vote?
Yeah.
Or is that okay, you did. Good. Let me ask you, how is it too much to ask which side you fuck with? I respect your privacy, but
it ain't too much to ask. Democrat.
Okay, cool. Boom. That's what we'll talk about. And I respect that. What I don't respect is I was talking. You got to check it out. I'm gonna post it. I got my Jewish friend. Pearl, let me keep my shit with Pearl and friends. I got a hardcore Jewish friend of mine. He's like since Shaq died, he probably my number one person, friendship wise. And we started one we call it the Odd Couple. I record one once a week. This guy is amazing, and he wanted to ask me some questions. He wanted to know why is it such a large amount of us that's Democrats. Now, this person, I'm gonna tell you about this guy. He's the type of guy that would call me if something happened in the black community. He called me first and be like, "Hey man, why such and such?" To the point where he gonna even call us on our shit. Like that makes no. He be like, "Why do these guys keep killing each other? Man, what's wrong? Blah 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 blah." I'd be laughing. I'm like, "Man, that's just the way it is, dog." And that's how we develop our friendship. But actually, I was gonna kick his ass, goddamn, when I first met him and shit. He was he's a mean ass. That's the way people see him. Mm. I imagine people see him the way people see me, and we meet. And he's short look. But one of the best people I ever met in my life. I swear to God, if one for him, I wouldn't be here right now. I'm gonna keep it real with you. He saved my life. He taught me down. Yeah, I was gonna shoot myself in the dead center of my head. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm real. Yeah, and people, you can think what I'm here right now. I'm still going through therapy. I'm still fighting. I know better than that. I'm keeping it real. I'm not gonna lie and say how I was gonna do it.
But people need to hear that though.
Yeah, people need to hear it because I'm gonna do it.
Because people, when you talk shit and you've been out here in the street, people consider they see the outside and think that you're strong. But like I said, people be going through shit internally, and men especially need to know that number one, it's okay to go to therapy, and number two, your strongest homeboy might not be as strong as you think he is.
Weak as fuck. I mean, Ayana, we can. I got a picture of East Lake Meadows, the overview of it. Mm-hmm. Once I was old enough to know that I made it out that motherfucker, when you look at the overview of it and you see, I made it out that bitch. I'm not worried about a goddamn thing, even everything that I've been through. I think God prepared me for this, and He's gonna take me on this mission. Everything was supposed to happen, but I know for a fact, I know niggas that would have been on at least did the wild thing, the Brian Nichols at least. That's some cop out. Man, God gave me these beautiful kids. Now, if I had some fucked up children and fucked up grandkids, fuck it.
That ain't cool.
Yeah, well, I'm just keep it gangster because I'm like this. Hey, if I'm not a good enough dad, I'm not a good enough uncle, I'm not a good enough, I gave my respect to some motherfuckers who weren't worthy, in my opinion, either at times.
Understandable.
Just the way it go. You don't give me mine, and I take chances. So I take chances that you don't know about. I take real chances. Nobody ain't never kicked out door in. Ain't no bitch never knocked on the door to my pearl them fire. Ain't nobody, so not only do I take care of my business out there on the street, I take care of these doors that everybody, if I'm in an apartment, everybody in the building. If I'm in the house, everybody on the block. I'm an important man. So the motherfucker that's in my house, my opposite, why are you the only one being disrespectful to me when you see all these goddamn people? You see giants of a motherfucker that respect me. I got stone cold murderers. Nigga crying on me, snot on my shirt. Y'all, ooh, he's so crazy. Ooh, doo, doo, ooh. But you disrespect me. Because I speak well. And I fuck good. And I got a heart.
It's that heart that be getting them. It's that heart.
Yeah, with all that other stuff. Yeah.
It's that heart because I don't know, people are true. People be going through shit and they project their shit onto you. And when you don't give them, when they have one image of you and that's not what you give them, they don't know how to handle it. All they know how to do is disrespect you.
Smart.
And when I say that, when I mean the image of you, they see you as this fucked up, low down, dirty ass nigga, and they find out that's who you are. They have to hold on to that bullshit persona of you, and that's why they be disrespectful. Because now you done proved them wrong. You done made a lie out of them. So now they got to hold on to that bullshit, and they gonna be disrespectful.
And a nigga, I'm gonna tell you about a whole ass nigga. He think because he was in the car when he seen me bust a nigga ass. He think that he got, I just tell on that nigga. Hey, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. Where the camera at? I don't care about none of that shit. I got a big God. Whatever I got to deal with, I got to deal with anyway. So I take the power away from a pussy ass nigga. But thank God I ain't been like that even, all that. I'm just saying. That's the only thing it be. That's why I stopped doing my dirt. After Julius, when me and Julius broke up. when me and Julius broke up. And I thank God me and Julius split ways because what I went through after that, he wouldn't have been able to handle it. There's no way he wouldn't have been able to handle it. And he was the big one. He was the one he was my knockout man. But he wouldn't have been able to handle it. No, I'm glad he's straight. He got a chance to straighten it out. And I had to walk a different path. But we grow up to be men and we have to do what the fuck we have to do. And we use the best. I take the tools that were given to me, the few tools that were given to me, and I try to do the best I can with it.
That's all you can do, though. And that's the thing. That's all you can do. And it's like when I hear people talk about their kids and how, I didn't raise them this way and that way. All you can do is give them the tools, and they got to decide what to do with it.
That's that good that's the best parenting. Just that all that titty milk stuff. But anyway, I want to get back to this. I believe that we've been trapped into being, please don't take this the wrong way, but I think we've been, as a whole, black people been trapped into being Democrats. And this is why I say that. I'm going to just use these. It's simple. Now, I have people argue me down about this shit, so I don't even, and I don't have time. I want to respect what you have to say, and I want people to just at least hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when everybody hated Donald Trump. The most of us hated Donald Trump. Trump cut a check one time, let Kodak Black and a few more niggas get out of jail. Thank God, I love Kodak Black. These niggas, that's not a bad thing, but what I'm saying, now Trump, Trump all right. Trump all right. Okay, boom. Now Biden up. These same motherfuckers, Biden up, they flip. Biden gave them a little money. Boom, Biden all right, Biden. What I knew about Joe Biden was, I don't know much about politics. I knew about Biden because even before he became vice president, Biden it's documented that he done said nigga more than goddamn Richard Pryor on the Richard Pryor special on the floor. He done locked up a bunch of niggas. See, people, your great grandmama was a Democrat because that's what them white folks told them they had to be, right? Because they just got free and shit. They don't know, y'all Democrats because we Republicans, y'all stink. I try to make it funny sometimes just to but what I'm saying is that was funny right there. Y'all black motherfuckers stink, y'all Democrats, and we Republicans. But they be wanting them chickens and shit on the oxtails and shit. One oxtails until white people start eating them.
And the motherfuckers high as hell because white people eat them.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, y'all, so check it. Hold on, I'm putting my glasses on when I finished because I got their ass last night. They got mad. Church folk got mad. I don't give a fuck. That's how I believe. My experience. But I think we grow up when we get 18. Oh, I'm a Democrat no matter what because my mama was. My mom. I asked a motherfucker about policy. I'm like, yeah, what certain policies. I ain't super smart nigga, but I'm far from being a super dumb nigga. Policy, huh? Shit, bro. That nigga big. Okay. That's a problem to me. People got a problem that I don't vote, or I ain't vote, or they got nigga, you a felon, you can't vote. That motherfucker wasted. What? I think that my glass on. Me not voting is more productive than people voting, and they don't even know who the fuck they voting for. I want you to tell me, Yana, and you're a Democrat, so I'm sure you believe in what you're voting for. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. I don't believe you the type of person that'll just, well, shit, it's him and him. I might as well just, I don't believe you gonna do that.
I'm gonna tell you. So for me, it is a vote for the lesser of the two evils.
That's how you, okay.
It's a vote for the lesser of the two evils. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this. I feel like people, if you don't vote, that's your choice. You know what I mean? That's your business. It ain't my job to convince you otherwise.
Right.
But I do feel that if for nothing else, Black people we owe it to our ancestors to vote. Because they fought so hard, they died.
Yeah, they did.
And went through hell and high water to be able to do it. So I feel like we owe it to them. We owe them that much.
Great
regardless of who you vote for.
Great point.
Even if you go and write somebody's name in, as long as you
goes okay.
Because our ancestors fought and died for that shit.
Great point. Let me ask you this though, Yana. Do you think our ancestors, how do you think our ancestors would feel if they can really see that we're not fully taking advantage of what they fought for? Because what I'm saying is, I know hundreds of people, maybe thousands, I'm pretty sure people that just vote Democrat and don't understand why they vote Democrat. Do you think that it was meant for them to, we can open our minds up to at least, we don't even go see what this shit talking about. I think we're not fully, so isn't that the same thing though? If we're not, because what I'm saying is I get ridiculed by people who do vote, but they don't know. So I asked them out, man, don't never talk to me about nothing ever again about politics, because you can't explain to me why you vote for this. I'm asking you about, and I don't even vote, but I know who I would vote for, and I know why, and and that's something that I plan to do next time. Maybe when I do, I'm gonna tag you. What I ain't gonna do is go get that goddamn sticker and get on Instagram and I voted and shit. I think that's the dumbest shit because everybody I check on that, they can't tell me no. I just want to let's talk foreign policy. Let's talk what they had on education.
And you know what? In real life, like some people don't even get into all of that. So I'm gonna tell you about me. I did not. We learned about the electoral college and all that shit all the way through high school.
Right.
And I didn't start paying attention to any of that until Barack Obama ran.
Oh shit!
I just knew that. So before I knew he was running, I was automatically gonna vote for Hillary because she was a woman. That was just my thing. I didn't know nothing about what she had going on. I did not understand how the electoral college worked. But when Barack Obama decided he was gonna run, and I started listening and paying attention, that's when it clicked to me how the electoral college worked.
Me too.
That's when I started paying attention.
He made you want to listen though.
Yeah, that's when I started paying attention to policies a little bit more and how the government actually ran. That's when I started paying attention.
Right.
So, and in real life, like, I ain't even gonna lie, I voted for him, and for no other reason because he was black. I don't give a damn. He could have got up there and said ABC 1 2 3, and he was gonna get my vote because he was black. Because nobody ever thought that we would have never thought in our lifetime, and we ain't gonna see now another one. We can forget that, but we would have never thought in our lifetime that we would have had a black president, and then for him to win twice. So for me, that was a sense of pride for me.
Yeah, me too.
I remember I was married to my ex-husband, and his kids were living with us. I woke all of them kids up, his two and mine, and they went with me to vote. And it was early in the morning because we were lining, people were lining up to go vote.
Right.
I remember being at the school to vote, and I saw young men that most people probably would have looked at them and be like, I know them niggas ain't voting. I saw dudes with gold teeth. I saw dreadlocks. I saw niggas with their pants hanging off their asses. And them motherfuckers was in there voting. And they gave me a whole, like, I literally sat there and cried just watching it.
Oh, that's dope.
I cried.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
The night of the election, when I stayed up, the kids were in the bed. And at the time, my ex-husband was playing poker at Buffalo Wild Wings over by Stonecrest. And I watched all night as they counted the votes. And I woke my son up yelling and screaming and crying because all I could think about was my grandma. Because my grandma didn't get a chance to see. Neither one of my grandmothers got a chance to see.
Wow.
Died. No, one of my grandmas died before it happened.
And she was important to them too.
That was my thing. Like, I wish my whole thing was I wish my grandma could have seen this.
So it was very important for you to wake your son up to see.
Exactly. And then I got mad because when my stupid ex-husband got home, he didn't understand what the big deal was. And I'm just like,
well, please.
So I need his ass. So after I sat there and rocked and cried with my son, because I'm telling my son, like, I need you to understand, we're only really 3 generations away from slavery. My grandma was born in 1918. So we're literally 3 or 4 generations away from slavery. 400 years is not that long ago, if you want to get down to it.
What the mentality at the slave mentality is still lingers too. So
it does, and I think that comes from it's a lot of things that give that slave mentality, and I think a lot of it comes from our parents. My mom and daddy grew up in a Jim Crow style, so my mama grew up picking cotton. She grew up picking tobacco.
Are you serious?
Yes, in South Georgia. And when I say like the man, so they lived on this man's land. In exchange for living on his land, they had to pick cotton. My mama said she started picking cotton when she was 2. As soon as she could walk, she was picking cotton. And it was so bad that if they didn't pick the amount of cotton that the man wanted them to pick, he would tell my granddaddy to beat them. And I want to say when it was time to pick either cotton or tobacco, when it was time to pick one of those two, it would be time for them to go to school. And he wanted my grandma to keep her kids out of school. And my grandma stood up to that man and was like, I don't care what you say. My kids going to school.
Right.
And so.
God damn.
Yeah, like my mama, we went to her, was it last year? No, 2020 was the 50th, my mama's 50th high school reunion. And her graduating class was the last graduating class before schools were desegregated. And so, knowing that my mama and my daddy didn't grow up as poor because my grandma owned a juke joint, so they had a little bit more. But knowing that my parents grew up through that time where they couldn't look white people in the eye, or they had to grow up watching their parents calling young white kids ma'am and sir, that shit was important to me. So I feel like the slave mentality comes from that whole respectability politics that our parents had because it was a survival tactic.
I say it all the time on here.
And so they pushed it on to us. And some of us, if we didn't acknowledge, like this new generation, they're starting to acknowledge, like the 30, I say probably 25 and up, they're acknowledging the things that have been part of Black folks' lives based on slavery and segregation. Because a lot of shit is wrong, like the trauma that our ancestors experienced during slavery, that shit is in our DNA. A
Yeah,
lot of shit that we do and that we believe is in our DNA. It comes from slavery. Prime example, and this ain't giving. Let me preface this by saying I don't bash black men. I don't give a damn how trifling of a nigga you are. I'm not gonna bash black
right.
men.
Speak though, some of us need it.
But I feel like these men who go out and make all these babies and don't take care of them, that's what they did to them during slavery. They would take that man and stud him out like a dog and have him make babies with the slave women. So he got all these different kids he ain't got to take care of. His whole purpose is to make these babies so there will be more slaves on the plantation.
That shit's still wow.
That shit is inbred in us. It's in our DNA. Like we literally have PTSD from the shit that happened during slavery because a lot of the stuff has not been acknowledged. A lot of If you look at some people's parents have never said that they loved them, even though they knew they did. But a lot of us grew up without being hugged, without being kissed, without our parents telling us how they love us, because in slavery they couldn't get close to their kids. Like they couldn't develop that bonding. They had to raise the kids on the plantation, but they didn't get a chance to raise their own kids. They couldn't get close to their kids. It was a defense mechanism because you knew that it was a chance that they was gonna come and snatch your baby away from you. So
crazy, man.
So a lot of the stuff that is quote unquote wrong with the black community, that shit stems from slavery. And until it's acknowledged and it's recognized, we can't fix it. So and then the thought that, well, if Mr. Charlie got it, then it must be the best thing. That's because once we became desegregated, we thought we needed to have what the white folks had to be equal to them. Really and truly, desegregation was the worst thing that happened to black people, I think.
Me too. I think so too.
Because that put us in a position I feel like we could have been equal. We could have had equal housing, equal job, equal pay, all of that without having to blend with their asses.
Once we started to blend with them, the weaker we got, because that's an excellent ass. I got it. You know what? I got my big brother DJ Leon, man. I got to bring you on here with him. Y'all motherfuckers touching on some stuff that's like, this is the shit that we should. This is the core. These things that couple of things that you just named, Ayana, is the core of what's wrong with Black America. Mm-hmm. That slave mentality, and it's like, so guys like me, people like you, back in the day, like we remind me of when you're watching the cowboy movie. You know, the people in town, they want to be good people, and the sheriff and all them beat up on them every day and shit, and then some cowboys come to town. Niggas.
Snatch that ass right on up.
Yeah, ain't nobody studying that shit. I got sweat. Mario Van Peebles, motherfucker. I'm in this bitch. Yeah.
But it is, you think about it, because black people get money and become successful, and the first thing they want to do is move to Gwinnett County, move to Alpharetta. Tell you about me.
That's where I live at right now.
Let me tell you something.
I love it.
But it ain't because knowing you the way I know you, it ain't because you done got a little coin and you think you better than the niggas on the east side. I'm
post-traumatic.
For me, if I won the lottery today, the closest I'm gonna go build my house in the Cascades because it's black folk.
Right.
I want to be around my people. Because I know one thing for sure. I know black folk level of crazy. I know what we'll do. I don't know what them white folks will do.
It's not. I've been living up. It's not that bad, but I get what you're saying. And
see, you there for a different reason. That's the difference. It's the difference between you done got money and now you decide you too good to live with the Negroes. You done got uppity and forgot who you were, and you gonna move with these white folks who accept you because you're a respectable Negro. You ain't this. You not like them other Negroes.
Yeah, nah.
And then, but as soon as something happened, now you a nigga.
Now you a nigga, you a suspect.
Exactly.
Yeah, but not me though. God bless me with. I was able to. Motherfucker, they like me better than they like. It's just it was different. You have to. That's what I learned too. Like I said before, gay people, white people, I don't have a problem with nobody because I've been in a situation where all these people that were supposed to separate us as groups, and I've had pretty good experience. Nigga don't like to play with me on no gay shit. But I like fat women booties with some like real women's. Niggas know that. Like so. Ain't nobody gonna play. Hey, I got one more person waiting, and I need to get going because I am finna hit the club, somebody establishment tonight.
Oh,
this shit was dope. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I want you to get on with me in Black because I'm so black that me and him fired and him. You don't remember Clolita, do you? Yeah, him and Clolita be hot on him. So he got a couple of women be on there with him, but shit, I don't know. We serving though. I think you did a good job tonight, and we I'm gonna get you. Nah, this Ayana. Hey, tell her I'm about to send it. Hey, but yeah, so we're gonna I just want you to call in.
Okay.
We are on Man Cave Saturday. That shit be lit. I'm gonna send you the link. And also, have you been getting your people to come check us out? Because I sent you an email.
I need the link.
Yes, I sent you an email though, so you're a part of the team.
You said you did. You said you did send me an email.
Yeah, I sent it.
I ain't see it. What is the email address did it come from?
Either Carrie Newski or Guap Gang. I'll send it again tonight.
Yeah, resend it because I was just telling one of my friends today that I would send her the link.
Yeah, definitely you can send it. And if you ever wanted to just go on there and just do like I'll show you how that shit work because what I want you to do is this is a platform for us to like shit. I don't be on here every day. If you decide you want to get on with your girlfriend, y'all want a nigga bash, whatever, just I got right now I just got you that I gave the shit to.
Okay.
The one I'm doing with the white boy, I mean not the white boy, Ron, I probably know my Jew, we got another one, so it's cool. But I appreciate you. We'll get definitely get I'm gonna send you the link. I want you to call in.
Do that.
All right, y'all be good.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right, thank you, man. All right, we'll get this next one together. All right, baby, that was pretty good, man. Once again, Yana, I appreciate you coming on. Great job, excellent points. I'm finna drop this bitch. Yeah, let's get it. I'm on my way to Baltimore, Maryland. Be Mo.